zover ik nu kan nagaan, heb ik er 7 gehad. Nou, ik ben weggegaan omdat ik last had van mensen die me pesten op het werk. Ik ben op een gegeven moment ook wel, omdat ik niet technisch genoeg was voor het werk. Ik ben weggegaan omdat ik het commerciële aspect van het werk niet aantrekkelijk vond. Dat was in de zorg. Ik ben ook vanwege het geld wel weggegaan, omdat ik een betere baan kon krijgen. Dus, wat ik een heel leuk werk vond was bij Grondmechanica Delft. Daar deed ik veel met mijn handen. En daar deed je wel bijzondere dingen met grond. Dat vond ik wel bijzonder. Daar zat ook veel meer in volgens mij. Alleen op bepaalde momenten werd me dat ontnomen doordat ik gewoon niet verder kon groeien in dat bedrijf. Ik mocht niet verder groeien.
Depends what you define as a job, but full-time job, one.
Let's see. I worked for a little label in the Netherlands for a bit, a SoundCloud label, doing some online stuff for them.
Mm-hmm.
But that wasn't really for money or anything.
Okay.
That was more so for the opportunities that would come for Tyson out of that. For the rest, I spent a week at Mark's company taking pictures the whole day, taking pictures of pharmaceutical supplies, products, and going into Photoshop and cropping them out so it'd be like a PNG with a nice background for their catalog system. I spent 5 days doing that from 8 to 6.
Wow, 5 days.
It was quite
good job.
No, it was interesting, but it was it's just,
quite the stamina.
No, but I mean it's just repetitive work.
Yeah, definitely.
Because time to. But no, that was also pretty fun, and I think that's about it.
I like learning new stuff, being challenged, but I also like being around fun people and having a good time, which especially in our Tyson work is definitely the case. So we always look for singers, but also other people on our team, people like yourself, that we have a lot of fun with. I mean, if it's not fun, why would you do it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Might as well do something else.
Yeah.
Good question.
I'll answer for the case of Tyson, because there are, it is your most passionate thing to do, but then at the same time, there's still downsides and there's still problems that come with it. We have extreme frustrations finishing songs sometimes where...
Sometimes. Sometimes.
Every time we're trying to finish a song, it's
frustrating.
It's extremely frustrating, like just to the point where you're like, why am I even doing this? Where you lose all sort of perspective on that song because it's one piece of music and you're just listening to it over and over again, and that can get frustrating. And when things don't work out the way you want them to, but you can only learn from stuff like that. And I feel like there's an interesting quote in a book called. What's it called? The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, which is instead of looking for a job or looking for a future that has no problems, because that's simply unrealistic, look for a future or a job that will give you problems that you like dealing with or that you're okay with dealing with for the purpose and the context that they're in. So I think that's because everyone's always like, oh, find everything that you love, but there's always gonna be days where you wake up and you're like, I don't feel like making music, or I don't feel like doing this, or I don't feel like going to the office today. But that's just stuff that you experience. So then find those sort of downsides in
find the shit you actually enjoy.
Find the shit that you're okay with wiping.
Sounds good, I like that.
Tyson, of course, yeah.
Okay, and just because it's something you're passionate about?
No, I think also because you have something tangible, like we're making something, and that something is going to be out there forever. That I just find very satisfying. And the fact that you sort of get in touch with a whole lot of random people. Yeah. I mean, some of the singers we work with, all of them are hilarious. And some of them are even more hilarious than others. It's just really great, fun people to be around. Yeah.
Awesome people.
Broadens your horizon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
that's
really
what
does.
I love working with people who broaden their horizons.
Yeah.
Wise people are the best people to work with.
Yeah. And I feel like in a creative field, especially that sort of comes out more maybe.
Yeah, definitely.
Because there's just so many different types of people.
And you're more tempted to talk about things that aren't really that they're not that common in everyday conversations. Because usually you'll talk about the weather, but I feel like with creative people, you end up talking about things like
Random shit.
yeah, just like really deep, meaningful things. And I feel like you kind of befriend someone who's creative because they're like that, rather than they have the same passion as you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting.
2. Well, I love babysitting because I love interacting with the kids and playing with them and like putting them to bed and stuff. I find it really cute and it's fun, and you can see how like people from different genders and different ages react to certain situations. And with the newsletters, it was kind of boring. It was very hot when we did it, but yeah, I liked that you actually got to like see people in their homes and stuff. When you went round, people would like smile and wave and look at you and be like, thank you for bringing the newsletter, or people would come up to you and ask, can I have a newsletter? I liked like the social interaction. With the newsletters, I didn't like the fact that there was barely anything to do. Like, it wasn't really my idea of fun. It was just kind of bringing around and saying hi to people, but you weren't really doing anything. You were just walking and putting things in newsletters, in mailboxes. But with babysitting, probably the thing that I would say I wouldn't like is when the child doesn't cooperate or doesn't listen to what you want them or need them to be able to do. So if they struggle and if they say, no, I don't want to go to bed, but they really have to go to bed, I find that like the downside of babysitting.
Vanaf jongs af, even kijken, mijn eerste baan was ik 16. Toen deed ik schoonmaakwerk bij de Zon, schoonmaakdiensten op Ypenburg. En ik was 17, toen ging ik werken bij de Nederlandse pakketdienst. En dat heb ik 17 jaar gedaan. En toen ging ik... Wat ging ik dan doen? Oh ja, heb ik een paar maanden gewerkt bij hoe heet het? Nou ja, een of ander bureau. Dat je bij de mensen thuis kwam voor gezelligheid. Dus de eenzame ouderen, die ging je dan bezoeken voor een praatje of een boodschapje. Maar dat heb ik maar een paar maanden gedaan. Mensen, ik vind het heerlijk om met... En nu ben ik 7 jaar vrijwilligster. Nu weet ik dat ik vind het leuk om met ouderen te werken.
Oké, omdat ze wijzer zijn of...
Ja, en ook dat ze hebben... je ziet aan onze ouderen dat ze gezelschap waarderen. 1-op-1 aandacht vinden ze prettig. Maar de verpleging, de mensen die voor hun moeten zorgen, die hebben die tijd niet. Want zo'n verpleegkundige, die kan niet aan tafel zitten met mevrouw Jansen. Want een ander die roept al. Dus het werk gaat door. Daarom is vrijwilligerswerk zo belangrijk. Want je doet zoveel meer op een afdeling dan eigenlijk mogelijk is. Als er geen vrijwilligers zouden zijn, zouden de ouderen indutten. Want dan krijgen ze hun 3-maals-daags, maar er is geen activiteit. Ik vond al mijn banen leuk. Ja, alle. Oh, bij de Nederlandse pakketdienst. Geweldig. Ik was 17, ik kwam binnen als vakantiehulp. En toen werd aan mij gevraagd of ik wilde blijven. Nou, dat mocht niet van mijn vader, want ik moest naar school, ik moest verder leren. Maar toen werd het systeem omgezet dat we met computers gingen werken. Want alle facturen, ik deed de administratie, werden nog met een typemachine getypt. Ja, dat kunnen jullie je niet meer voorstellen. Maar de facturen gingen op een typemachine.
Ja.
Nou, en dat werd omgezet in computers. En ik mocht een computercursus doen, op kosten van de zaak. En toen zei mijn vader, oké. En hij zegt, als het niet gaat, dan ga je weg en dan ga je weer terug naar school. Maar ik ben dus 17 jaar gebleven.
Well, I was a mailman, but I was really young. So I worked at Home for the Elderly in the kitchen. That was all these jobs I did when I was a teenager. So yeah, that was more like side jobs. And I started teaching when I was 18 years old, and I started playing after that. So yeah,
And what
mostly
do you,
being a musician.
right?
Well, working as a mailman, again, it was a part-time job, so it was only on Saturdays, or in the summers it was a daily job, but there was a holiday job. What I liked was that it actually that's nice, because I really liked that job, because in the morning you were working together with colleagues. You know, you were working in the office sorting the post and the mail, and then after that, when you had everything sorted out, you had to deliver it. So then you could just work by yourself. You had some time by yourself. You could listen to music. And you were walking on the street and you were delivering the mail. So you had it was the best of both worlds. Yeah, and then the job in the Home for the Elderly, was in the kitchen, but also cleaning rooms. Yeah, it was nice to be with old people and hearing their stories, and make sure they had a good day. Well, you can of course imagine that when you work outside, it's not great when it's really cold outside and your fingers are freezing off, and rain. And I also didn't like it when it was Christmas and I had extremely big amounts of mail, and my literally my bike would end up like this. When I put all the mail on the back of my bike, and my bike would be vertically, stand vertically. I would be like, how do I get my bike back on the ground? Make sure I'll ride my bike. Well, I don't really think there's a favorite. I'm sorry, I cannot really answer that question, because I like teaching, but it's not my favorite. But sometimes I really like it, but it's not always the favorite thing I do. But that's the same with making music or playing. Sometimes it's great, sometimes it's not great. That's with everything.
Yeah.
So the diversity of everything keeps everything in balance.
The job I have now is only my second one. In the job that I had before, which is very long time ago, I was relatively free to, no, it's not, can't say it like that. I don't even know how to put that in words. The two jobs don't have anything to do with each other than they're both administrative. The jobs being administrative, I find that they're not very relevant to what is generally going on in the world. They're not making the world a better place, which I find a pity. I would love to do something that I would define as being more important to the world in general than what I do now. I suppose that the job that I had before was maybe more interesting in all kinds of ways, but a lot less secure and a lot less paid. And the job now is really a great job if you need to support your family